Hello, English learners. The term I am going to speak on today is dangling participle, or it is also called hanging participle. The ing form of the verb is used in multiple ways in English. It is also used as a noun, it is used also as an adjective, and it is also used to indicate a progressive or continuous action. But when it is used in a sentence and it has no subject, then we call it a dangling participle. As I have already written the definition, a participle having no subject in the sentence. Secondly, not clearly linked to the noun or pronoun it is meant to describe. As I earlier mentioned, that the ing form of the verb is also used to describe a noun or pronoun. But in some cases, the noun or the pronoun it is describing is not clear. So there it also becomes a hanging participle. How this happens? Let us understand this thing through the example. But before I go to the example, I would like to draw your attention towards the note I have written that this construction is usually avoided in a spoken and the written English because it creates confusion, or sometimes the statement made with the dangling participle is illogical or it confuses the reader or the listener. Let us understand how this happens. The green words in all these sentences are dangling participle, and what confusion they may create I have written in the red letters. The first sentence is walking down the street, the trees looked beautiful. If you are taking this sentence in the same way, it may give the sense that the trees were walking, as if the trees were walking and they looked beautiful. Whereas the sense of the sentence is not this. The sense is that someone was walking down the street and the trees looked very beautiful. So this is the sense the writer of this sentence wants to give. But the reader may understand this meaning as if the trees were walking and they were looking beautiful. Let's have a look at the second example. Finishing the homework, TV was turned on. So as if TV finished the homework and then suddenly it turned on. Whereas this is not the sense of this sentence. Actually, the sense is that when the homework was finished, then the TV was turned on by somebody. Sentence number 3 is looking out of the window, the mountains appeared magnificent. The sentence may give the meaning as if the mountains were in the window and they looked magnificent. Whereas this is not the sense the writer wants to give. The writer wants to give the sense that someone looked out of the window and the mountains seemed to them magnificent. As I earlier mentioned, that this construction is usually avoided in English because it may confuse the reader or the listener. What may be the logical corrected versions of all these sentences? Let us also have a look at them. The green words I have added, and because of these words, the sentence seems to be more logical. Let's rewrite the sentences in other way, in a logical way, so that the confusion may not be created. Like walking down the street, I found the tree beautiful. Means When I was walking down the street, I found the trees very beautiful. So here there's no confusion. Secondly, finishing the homework, she turned on TV. Means she finished the work, and after finishing the work, she turned on the TV. More logical and very clear. Number 3, looking out of the window, we saw magnificent mountains. No confusion. Means we were by the window, and when we saw the mountains, they were magnificent to us. So, the logical and corrected versions of these sentences should be like this, as the purpose of the language is to communicate and communicate clearly rather than making things confused so that the listener and the reader may not understand. So this is actually discouraged in modern day English. I hope you liked my today's video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. Until my next video, bye bye.